Celebrating is over. A lot of issues will have to be addressed in the aftermath of bin Laden's death.
That's right. What did Pakistan know about bin Laden living within its borders? And does this change our mission and our goals in Afghanistan at all?
Well, John Brennan is the assistant to the president for Homeland Security and Counterterrorism. That is him, by the way, he's circled on the right side of that photograph. That's in the White House Situation Room on Sunday night, watching the raid on bin Laden unfold in real time. He joins us live from the White House briefing room this morning. John Brennan, thank you for being with us. First of all, tell us about that. The nation has seen that photograph. What is it that you were all looking at? What was happening at that time? You're all focused on one particular place. What is it?
Well, it was in the middle of the raid, and we were intensely focused on the safety and security of the assaulters that had landed in the compound. The status of the engagement with the occupants of that residence, and with some very, very tense moments, and we just were saying our prayers that everything was going to go according to plan. But as I think you can tell from the photograph, there was a period of intensity there, unlike none other that we had here at the White House to date.
Could you see the mission unfolding? I mean, were you watching the raid, or were you watching Leon Panetta and CIA headquarters and watching the raid being executed from here?
We were able to monitor developments on the compound on a real-time basis. We had direct engagement with Leon and others, but we were able to monitor sort of minute-by-minute developments there. And the intensity, I think, of the stares on the screen show that we were concerned about where things stood and, most importantly, the safety of our assaulters.
Will the public ever see any of that video or the photo of a dead bin Laden?
Well, we have been releasing a lot of information over the last 36 or 48 hours about this operation. We want to make sure that we're able to do it in a thoughtful manner. We also want to anticipate what the reaction might be on the part of al-Qaeda or others to the release of certain information so that we can take the appropriate steps beforehand. So any other material, whether it be photos or videos or whatever else, we are looking at it and we'll make the appropriate decisions.
Sir, what kind of intelligence did you take from the compound? And I'm sure that there are the best minds going over it right now. What do you hope to glean from that in terms of understanding the capabilities now or the diminished capabilities of al-Qaeda?
Well, we were on the compound for about 40 minutes, and we were able to acquire some material that was there. A lot of that is currently being exploited and reviewed. What we're most interested in is seeing if we can get any insight into any terrorist plot that might be underway so that we can take the measures to stop any type of attack planning. Secondly, we're trying to look and see whether or not there leads to other individuals within the organization or insights into their capabilities. As well as part of our investigation, and I know the Pakistanis are interested in this, how did bin Laden stay at that compound for about 6 years or so and be undetected? What type of support did he have outside of that compound, in the Abbottabad area or more broadly within Pakistan? So we're going to look very carefully at this and get to the bottom of it all.
Let me ask you this. The intelligence that got you there, can you tell us, I know you can't tell us highly specifically, but can you tell us broadly where you got the intelligence from that led you to follow this career that led you to Osama bin Laden's compound in Abbottabad?
Well, I can tell you that the intelligence was acquired over the last 9 years or so, and there was some painstaking work done by some very, very dedicated analysts who were putting together the pieces of information. Sometimes individuals in detention will give up information unwittingly. Sometimes they provide it willingly. And so you take those bits and pieces and then you try to correlate it with other intelligence that's available and try to understand where people might be located overseas, use technical and human sources to track it down. It eventually brought us to that compound in Abbottabad that we were able to take a look at from a distance and make a determination that based on our analysis, we had a high degree of confidence that bin Laden was resident there.
I know that you said
sure
some of it was achieved willingly through people who were incarcerated. Some of it was unwillingly given over. Given that the policies have changed about how to interrogate and enhanced interrogation techniques, could you get that kind of information today?
There was no one single piece of information that was an aha moment that led us to Abbottabad. Again, it was acquired over time, so there's a lot of information from a lot of different sources, including from people in detention. We believe that we have the tools available to us right now, that if we had individuals we were able to capture and detain, that we have some of the best interrogators and briefers in the world and some of the best analysts that we could bring to bear. So yes, we're confident that we could exploit that opportunity.
Let's talk about Pakistan for a minute. We've given them some $20 billion in aid since September 11th, 2001. Is it worth it if we cannot necessarily trust them with information? Couldn't tell them about this mission ahead of time, and there are some questions about whether they were playing a dual game with us.
Well, a mission like this, which is the most sensitive that this government has carried out in many, many years, it was kept within a very small circle within the U.S. government itself. In addition, we made a decision early on not to share it with any other foreign government, including Pakistan, because we wanted to make sure we maintain the operational security. That said, Pakistan has been a strong partner in the effort to destroy Al-Qaeda. More Al-Qaeda and other terrorists have been captured and killed in Pakistan than in any other country since 9/11. Many brave Pakistanis have given their lives in this effort against the scourge of Al-Qaeda. So although we may sometimes have differences of view about how this effort should be prosecuted, we are partners with Pakistan, will continue to be. We appreciate their understanding that we undertook this mission. They congratulated us, and we are ready to move forward with them.
John Brennan, Assistant to the President for Homeland Security and Counterterrorism. Thank you, sir.